Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic:
who is the most overrated musician? DJ Khaled. Plenty of examples of this guy making a fool of himself. But my personal favorite is his appearance on Hot Ones. He acts like an absolute tool. Just because I stop, doesn't mean I gave up. Yes it does. By definition. Fucking funniest exchange. That whole episode is classic. Mozart. He did nothing since 1791. Also he forgot to write lyrics for the most songs. Edit. Typo. But not all. He wrote some weird shit. Dude was writing songs about eating ass back in the 1700s. I scrolled so far and didn't see Adam Levine. He is such a fucking tool. Literally made one good album, IMO, with Maroon 5. Songs about Jane was fantastic, but I can't escape his suckage. His very existence is just irritating. Songs about Jane is actually just a great album. Then it seems like Levine took the reins for himself and turned Maroon 5 into a standard pop band, launching him into total stardom. And now he has transformed into a tool. Blech. Moves like Jagger does get stuck in my head quite often, though. Songs About Jane was a fantastic album. It is so good it makes me wonder if he even really wrote it based on how shitty their later stuff is. That's a bit of an insult. Tools are useful. Especially fucking tools. Drake. Doesn't write his own lyrics. Doesn't produce his own beats. Sings in all auto-tune. Raps about being a gangster and starting at the bottom, but he was on a Canadian teen drama where he played a kid in a wheelchair so he got to sit on his ass all day. Talentless hack. Typical Reddit edit. Thanks for upvotes and all, but please. We all know he's a pedophile. Please keep it about music, not horrific crimes. Maybe the song was supposed to be called Started on My Bottom, then. As a Nickelback fan, I have nothing to worry about reading this. Don't worry. Imagine Dragons replaced them years ago in that realm. Edit. I actually like a few of their songs. Now y'all are being dramatic generic, Nickelback haters. MGK. Picked a fight with Eminem and got chased out of rap. Then he decided to pick a fight with Slipknot. He did what now? Who the fuck picks a fight with Slipknot? Beyoncé. Don't get me wrong. She's good. But I don't understand the godlike status she's achieved. I don't listen to her music, but she uses child and sweatshop labor for her clothes so she can catch a boat to fuck off island in my book. Exactly. She talks about empowering other women, but she pays her workers slave wages. I just don't care for her music. My best friends crucify me when I say this. But I don't get where she gets this reputation of being such a lyricist. As far as I can tell, her lyrics aren't anything super special. I like my lyrics to be more poetic. Maybe that's why I don't get it. To me, one of the best lyricists is Bruce Springsteen. She insists upon herself. Thank God no one is trashing my faves. That's me, nervously scrolling through the comments. Cold sweat smile. Edit. FCK. Found mine, but did take some scrolling. This is the most Reddit thread ever. The worst thing about these threads is just how it's the same Reddit-centric answers repeated over and over. This sub is such a wild west when it comes to any sort of moderation. I've scrolled halfway down the page and have only seen 3 unique answers. Drake. I can't believe I had scrolled so far to find this. Exclamation mark quote. MF. I scrolled past 5 people saying Drake quit lying. That's the most meta comment in the most Reddit thread ever. True though, until someone comments this under that comment. Apparently people really don't like Drake. He's about as urban as a 75-acre vegetable farm. I always chuckle when I hear his line, 21 years and I ain't never met a good cop. Thinking of how I'm sure the security guards at Degrassi probably treated him well. Drake. So I read an article once that interviewed Drake's personal trainer. He said something along the lines of, Drake is so fit that he can do 100 burpees in an hour. Or something like that. I thought about it for a second. And then figured that yes, doing 100 burpees is a feat of fitness. But in an hour? That seems pretty doable. So right then and there, I got my fat ass off the couch and did 100 burpees in 20 minutes. Just as a fuck you to Drake. I was really proud of myself too. So I kept up with it, doing sets of 100 burpees every once a week or so. It's really improved my overall health. I'm down to 9 minutes. It was a really great motivator to prove over and over that Drake is a punk ass bitch. Bro, the kind of person to wake up extra early just to be a hater, I can respect it. Grown ass man with the emotional maturity of a high schooler. Explains his relationships with literal high schoolers. He has child stardom syndrome. Made it big as Jimmy on Degrassi High in Canada and never grew up. The cover band guy my college girlfriend cheated on me with. Did he write a song that got big in Europe? Called something like Amerisource doesn't know. His girlfriend's name? The nastiest, freakiest little sex puppet you know, Fiona. Time for Reddit's daily, I don't like Beyoncé and Drake, post. Don't forget DJ Khaled, as if he's anybody's favorite musician, lol. Who is the most overrated musician and why is it Drake? These answers really show Reddit's demographic. It's always the same answers too. Taylor Swift, Beyoncé and Kanye West. And yet you only hit 1/3 on my screen. I actually haven't even seen Taylor Swift as a top answer. But I've seen Drake mentioned in 4 separate comments.